to tell you the thing
Your
about partner, where I got that partner. So I can't tell it on
partner.
the show, but
Yeah.
I need to tell you that, and I would tell it on the show, but people are too sensitive about a lot of things now. So it might not be
Partner. We're
necessary.
live right now there, partner.
Well, I'm glad we're live. I love it when we're live. Hang on, I'll get another sip of coffee. I
Oh, yes, indeedy.
have had
So,
such a good day today. This has been one of those days where I felt like I got a lot accomplished.
oh,
I
good.
um, I dealt with different issues I needed to deal with. I've
Oh,
had a good author day as far as all the stuff I'm trying to do there. And I don't know. I did the Go Giver Network thing. I knew it was in the middle of your call time for your other thing, and you couldn't do it.
no, that wasn't it. I had a doctor's appointment.
Oh,
The
well,
physical
you could
thing.
have networked while you're there with your doctor.
It was a physical people. There was nothing wrong with me. You have to go every once
I
in a
was going to
while for
say
that.
I should not say this online, but I'm going to anyway. When you're getting, well, you weren't getting that exam. It was your GP, and never mind. I'm going to skip what I was about to
Oh,
say.
you
You'll be
are
on your
you?
phone while you're getting your exam. I'm sorry, folks. I
No,
apologize. I'm not normally this crazy this
I
early. I'll
think
wait till later.
I actually think I think I know what you're thinking about, and I think I'm a little older than you're thinking. Maybe
I don't know.
that
Hi,
isn't a regular thing
Teresa,
when you're my
Peg, and
age.
June, and
Miss
Facebook
Teresa,
user.
starting off with coffee, huh? That's funny. Hey
Got,
kids, hi kids. So that last time I guessed wrong that it was Doug and it's not, and it was who was it that said
I
kids
always guess
last?
Kim Throckmorton, or I guess Debbie Britt when I see something like that.
Oh, kids. Okay. For some reason, I was always guessing Doug Crow because he calls us kids
He
too.
does. He
Yeah,
does.
which I like that, by the way. Yeah. So,
I used to be a kid. Matter of fact, if you count it up, I've probably been a kid 6, maybe 7 times.
say that again. You had.
Well, I've enjoyed being a kid, and if you count up the years, I've probably been a kid 6, maybe 7 times now. I'm 63. If you divide that out, that's kid age like 6 or 7 times.
I had somebody. I can't say. I had somebody call me their girl this morning, and I thought, wow, that's considering our age difference. That's quite a.
It was Debbie Britt. Yeah. Hey, Debbie Britt.
Yay!
Yeah,
Peg
you
says,
can't go through that story on the show. You cannot.
no, no, right, yeah. Well, you already know what it is, and I didn't even have to say that much of it. You knew right away what I was talking about.
We have developed this mental connection over the last year and a half, 2 years, whatever it's been now, and we've kind of got this thing zoomed in. And
You know what? I was going to look back and see because it's got to be right around this time that we first was started.
yes,
Yes,
Kim,
we
we
can
can see
see you,
you now.
Kim.
Great, good job.
Right around this time that we started.
I think it was. I
Yeah, for
think I
work.
reached out to you somewhere around March, and we started pretty quickly after that.
Yeah,
And
and
wow,
we did.
we did a lot in a year, didn't we?
Yeah, and it's just funny that the whole thing, even at the doctor's appointment today, she said to me, "You're a different person than you were when I saw you a year ago."
Did you wear your new hoodie that says "This is working for me"?
I had it on yesterday, so I didn't wear it today. But the lady at the checkout counter said, "Can we count on seeing a different color hair next year?" And I said, "Next time I do 6 months." And I said, "Well, no, because I have a book that said the lady with the blue hair, and I'm not doing another one that said the lady with the pink hair." One at a time, please. Oh, a Facebook user said Lisa's a fast mover. Well, I'll take that as a compliment.
Absolutely. The only thing is, I don't know if she's a fast mover or not because we normally see each other basically from here up. That's all we ever see.
Well, I saw you once. Now that
That's
was
true. We did see each other
San
once in San
Antonio.
Antonio, Texas. Woohoo! We
Yeah,
met at
that
a
was
hotel
August.
where it was the restaurant, but anyway.
So, yeah. So if you want to repeat that breakfast again, the convention this year is not San Antonio;
Where is it?
it's Washington D.C.
Oh, cool.
You could
Cool.
come have breakfast. It's at the Gaylord Resort, that big giant resort this year.
Well,
So,
if we end up going to I can't. I never heard back from them to say the announcement, but I'm going to do it anyway.
Yay!
We'll do it toward the end of the
I've been
show.
dying. Say it,
But we
say
may
it.
have stuff that we need to do to New York if they do it like they did it last time. So.
Oh, that'll be all. Oh, see, now I wanted to ask you about that, so now you could tell me all about it.
All right.
You're gonna,
I'm going to deal with this. I don't want to get in trouble. I've called. I've left messages.
Oh, what
I've
is
sent
trouble,
emails.
really? What
Yeah,
is
I'm working the naughty rule right now.
Blame it on me. I'll act stupid. I'm good at it.
You're far from stupid.
No, I said acting stupid.
Okay.
I didn't say I was good at being stupid.
Which, some of my favorite actors who act that way in roles, it really takes a lot of effort on their part, I'm sure, to come across that way. So, my favorite actor like that is Steve Carell. He is the funniest actor. Oh my gosh, the man cracks me up. And when you watch his movies and you wait and watch the outtakes, by the way, if any of you out there haven't watched it, watch the movie Get Smart with Steve Carell, and because it's hilarious. But at the end of it, the outtakes are just so funny. I bust a gut every time.
Oh, I haven't even seen that. Peg lives not too far from DC. She said, I'll drive to DC to see you both.
Well, I don't know if I'll get to DC with you, but I will. What's the month of that? March? No,
that's June? August.
August. Okay.
That's August.
Right, we'll see.
When do you think this other thing might be?
Probably May. The last time it was in May.
That's right up.
It was the week. It was the week before Whitney's wedding. Her wedding was the first weekend of June.
And did you stay at the famous hotel that's in the book?
No, I stayed at a boutique hotel. We stayed at a place. I think it's called Nilo. I don't remember now.
Oh, okay.
Okay, I'm going to tell everybody. Everybody, I'm not supposed to tell this yet, so just keep this between us, all right? Just our close-knit circle of, I think we're up to about 5 or 6 people watching this show when it's all said and done. But
we have been dying. We've known for what? 4 or 5 days?
So? Yeah. One of the things that I did with my first book, The Unexpected Tour Guide, that I was really it was my first time experience with doing it. I entered it into a contest. I entered it into the Axiom Business Book Awards contest. And I didn't realize as big of a deal as it was at that time until later on. I was having a conversation with John David Mann, and we were talking about pricing if someone wants me to write their book with them and all that. And I was talking about, I don't have the credibility that John had. Excuse me, people. I'm sorry. I just burped. Hope that didn't come out. But I don't have the credibility.
Pretend it didn't happen, not point it out. Go ahead.
That's like, if I get a zit on my nose, we'll say, look at that zit on my nose. Anyway, but the Unexpected Tour Guide won the bronze medal with the Axiom Business Book Awards. And again, I didn't realize it was a big deal or anything. And when I was talking with John about pricing for doing a book with somebody, he said, no, here's where you need to be. And I said, I don't really know that I have that credibility. He says, that book award gives you that credibility. And I'm
excited because it also.
Yes, it does. Yes, it does. I did the same thing with said the lady with the blue hair. We entered it in the Axiom Business Book Awards contest. And it's actually in 3 more book awards contests. We'll see how it does everywhere. But I got it in like right under the deadline. The deadline was January 21st. I think they got it just like 3 or 4 days before that.
Wow.
And said the lady with the blue hair won their silver medal, which is even better than the Unexpected Tour Guide did. And it's grown into such a competition. It's literally now a global competition. Any book written in English is part of the competition. And
tell some of the other silvers. Oh my God, I was impressed by that.
Oh yeah. Some of the other silvers were Stephen R. Covey with his book, The Speed of Trust. Gary Keller, who's a good author, and he's the head of Keller Williams Realty and all that.
Okay.
He was a silver winner.
I thought Gary Keller was the Southwest Airlines CEO guy.
No, that's Kelleher, I think.
Oh, yeah, you're right. Yep. Right. Sorry. That was wrong.
And 2 of our favorite authors in their book, The Go-Giver, I believe The Go-Giver won the gold medal. We didn't win the gold, we won the silver, but it's become such a huge competition, and it's a nice thing to have had happen. So
now you're a multi-award winning author.
But I'm only a bestseller with you in this one. And now when I pointed at you, look how I'm pointing the other way, but I'm pointing right at you. I'm not going to remember to look a different way. So. Scott's here. Scott, you missed the announcement.
Oh no!
Uh,
So
Thanks,
for
Kim.
all of you wondering, of course, the people that know me, Kim doesn't know me that well. Scott knows exactly what I'm thinking right away. Peg might, because we spent enough time together. This is obviously an awesome opportunity for us for marketing of the book.
It's huge.
So we can buy stickers to put on the books we already have in stock, which we don't stock a lot, but we can add it to the artwork for the to have it online. And every award we can do that with. We also can send out press releases. Of course, I'm going to do a send out card, Peg. I'm going to add it to my announcement card that I've been sending so many a day. And I can go back to all the ones I sent to already because this is a new information.
Yep, and the Axiom people, they release press releases out about this stuff too. And what we were talking about earlier, that when the Unexpected Tour Guide won its award, I actually went to New York to receive it and got pictures made, and it was a fun experience.
Well, see,
We
got
went
to
to
do
the
that.
good steak places and all. I love New York.
Yeah, we got to do that.
I mean, if we do go, which I think we should,
Yeah.
assuming that they still do that. But we need to get everybody that's up in that area that wants to meet, get up one night, like Harjeet's up there.
Have a meet and greet.
Yeah, we'll do a meet and greet on that. So
yeah, that'd be awesome.
We could pack the room because when they do this event, it's not like it's in any kind of big auditorium. They rent out a nice space, and because there's not everybody shows up to take the award in person.
Right.
Like we may not see Stephen Covey there.
I saw you in the picture they have on their site for the 2015.
For the 2015.
Yeah. You're in the picture.
I am.
Yeah, I went and looked because I'm like,
stalker.
I wanted to see what happened. So, what else happened when you went up there?
As far as the award, it was just got to be there that day and do it. But I went. My wife and I went to Keen's Steakhouse, which is my favorite steak place in the world. You get in there, and it's got so much history. They've literally got thousands and thousands of long wooden pipes that different people have donated over the years. It had a Franklin, I think Teddy Roosevelt room and a Franklin Roosevelt room, and because they came there, that was theirs. Also, when it first started, Keen's was not a co-ed place; only men could go in there. And Lily Langtry got ticked off about it and basically threatened some trouble for them. And so now there's a little small room up there with one table that's the Lily Langtry room.
Spell the name of it's a restaurant?
Yeah, it's a restaurant. I believe it's Keene apostrophe S. I think that's it.
That's something the name of there's a town in a town in New Hampshire named Keene. That's why I wanted to know. That sounded like what you said, but
I believe that's correct. And I always like Peter Luger's too, but in my opinion, this one's better. And then we went to shows while we were there, that kind of thing.
Oh, I want to go to a show.
Yep.
I hope you're springing for all this, right? No, I'm only kidding. You're like, no. It's Dutch
the lady
treat.
with the blue hair to the man with the blue shirt. I'm just saying.
It's Dutch treat, I take it. I live close enough I could drive in, so it's not going to be that horrible anyway. But I'm telling you, I want to stay at some nice place like the hotel in the book.
We could make that a thing. So if anybody wants to go, do we all get rooms there? That kind of thing.
The Marriott Marquis, yeah, that's my favorite hotel up there. Yeah. Yeah, I don't know what for shows because the one with Hugh Jackman stopped already.
Well, Hugh Jackman is an amazing actor, and I've seen him lately, and he looks a little different lately. But so do I.
Because Hugh Jackman's doing Wolverine again, so he's bulking up again.
Okay. Have you seen Russell Crowe? I shouldn't say these things. This is tacky. I take it all back. Forget I said anything about Russell Crowe. He's one of my favorite actors.
Oh, I don't think I haven't watched that many things he's in because you like a different genre of movie than I do. But I haven't found him to have that much personality when he does interviews and stuff.
Yeah, he definitely is a little more low key.
Yeah.
But I think my favorite movie is probably not his best movie, but he played Robin Hood in a movie, and it was great.
Oh, and see, I like the Robin Hood one I like is, what's his name?
Kevin Costner. I know you.
Kevin Costner. Yes, you do. Yeah, and you know, I ate at Kevin Costner's restaurant. Where was that? South Dakota or something.
Oh, really?
He
That was
wasn't
nice of
there,
him to invite you up for that.
and that would have been nice, right?
Kevin
Yeah.
Costner's first movie role, he actually got edited completely out of the movie.
Oh,
It
I
was
didn't know
The
that.
Big Chill. It's an old movie now, but it's a bunch of friends that went back for a funeral of one of their common friends. And Kevin Costner was the common friend who had died. And
Oh.
then when they filmed it, there were scenes involving him where they were having memories and flashbacks or whatever. But they all got edited out. And I saw him interviewed by Johnny Carson right after Dances with Wolves came out. And Johnny was the producer of The Big Chill. That was his company that did the production, and it was funny watching Johnny eat a little crow because he had edited it, Kevin Costner out, and Kevin Costner was the biggest thing running at the time.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, Kim said it was Deadwood, South Dakota, so that was right. That was one of the times I got, I had within Avon, they had employees that were called division sales managers, and they hired and flew me in places, and I did seminars for a while. I did that, and then when I didn't get booked enough, I started doing it myself and selling the hotel stuff myself. But that one was one I got brought in for. And I remember going to his restaurant because I was hoping to see him, of course. Right.
I love going to restaurants by people that are kind of in the public eye. Like I've gone to multiple Emeril Lagasse restaurants. Never actually met him,
Oh, yeah.
but I've actually toured the Food Network.
Oh,
Back when Aflac was advertising pretty heavily on the Food Network, I was taking my regional sales coordinators and their spouses all to New York for a trip, and I called the VP at Aflac and I said, "Can you get us some behind the scenes tour there?" And they weren't filming anything, but they had a person who just took my group on a tour around there.
oh,
It was pretty
nice.
fun. But
Nice.
I've gone to Guy Fieri restaurants and
That's smart that you do that because when we do stuff with Avon Corporate, that's my favorite part when we get to do stuff that other people don't get to do, which probably everybody has the same feeling.
sure.
But it's funny that I didn't know for a few years because I went from the trailer park not being able to do anything to being able to do stuff that no one else got to do. I didn't know it was unusual at first.
Yeah.
So then when I went on my own, like to a concert, and I didn't get to meet him at the end, I was upset. I'm like, what the
What's
hell,
up with
man?
this? I've had the pleasure of being spoiled like that most of my career. And then I retired from that and started doing this, and everything's at your expense now instead of theirs, and it's just kind of funny.
Hey, you know what I wanted? Oh, go ahead.
I'm just trying to. I should have put myself a note up here. I was listening to our last recording, and because I moved into this other room, it's real echoey, and I talk too loud. So I was going to just stay deep and mysterious the whole episode, but I didn't pull that off. So
You're deep and mysterious.
that's it.
I'm sorry. Oh, I giggle too much. That's my bad thing. Anyway, so it's 7:18 already. So can we? I wanted
Sure.
to discuss this thing with you because we want to have a teaching segment.
Absolutely.
So, okay. Now I've got a big long list here, which I'm not going to read them all, but the idea of me bringing this up, is that you do this and I do this. And this is what this is network and collect relationships with people.
Right.
Now I'm doing it on with cards is helping me do it, and I have the database in there. I get the feeling from talking to you and watching you work, and this may be assumption on my part, that's why I want to talk to you about it, that yours are more, I think you have fewer number of people and you keep in touch with them personally more than I do. So like mine is thousands, so I had to have a system.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't think you're doing like a database with a system, right? But
I'm not.
You have connections and key connections too. So we're doing it a little bit different though. I just don't ever know which one of my connections is going to be the one that I can help them or they can help me or whatever it is. That's why I have so many. So how do you go about knowing, or are you doing it consciously?
I do it consciously. I don't do it as much as when I was still in the insurance industry. What I do now primarily is I try to give people a reason to get on my email list.
Oh, okay.
Like when we did the videos for Blue Hair. all they had to do is go sign up for it. Well, that puts them in my email system so that I can communicate with them.
Oh, okay.
By the way, if anybody's watching this and you haven't gotten your free 7-video series from Lisa and I, please go sign up for it. It's good content, and it talks about the 7 rules. And I know most of you have read the book already, but this will be good content for you. And you can,
And Peg
go.
says the videos of the rules have been wonderful, so she loves them.
Thank
Yay.
you. Anybody who wants to get them, just go to jeffcwest.com/blue hair. And it just gives you a way to sign up, and then it'll email you the videos. I don't spam people with a lot of videos. It will email you the 7 videos over roughly 7 days, but we don't do weekends because some people don't want to get something on the weekend. That's fine. And then I won't be bombarding you with emails. I just, when something new's happening, we'll keep you up to date. It's what we do with that. But
like the award.
Like the award. As soon as they tell me I can announce it, they sent us this thing, and it says, but you can't tell anybody yet because we haven't put our press release out. And I'm thinking, that's just wrong.
It's like, don't even tell me if I can't tell. I don't know.
Well, my reputation is I can't keep a secret anyway. And so I've told, we told the Go Giver group this week, and then I've told family, and now we've just told you and I and a few hundred people here or whatever. So, how I network is I try the key with me on networking and how I try to get people's information and do all of that is 100% focused on them. And it's like
and you're not focused on a follow-up way other than the email, though.
Correct.
Which is working for you. Yeah. It's working for you.
The thing is, I have been my best me is when I'm talking with someone and I'm finding out, okay, who do I know that will be helpful to them, and I'm trying to make that connection for them. Yeah. I'll get their information anyway. And like we were doing the Go Giver networking event today. By the way, those of you that if you haven't done one of those, as you see us post about it, you want to jump in there because it teaches you how to network in such a great way, especially those of you that are still active in the insurance industry or active in sales in any way, direct sales or whatever. It's a great way to teach you how to be that connection that people want to be around. But like today, we were doing the event today, and I had 4 different people I visited with, and my whole focus is on them. So it's, tell me about what you do. How'd you get into that industry? What do you like best about it? But then the last thing I always ask them, and I learned this from Bob in Endless Referrals, Bob Berg. I'm assuming everybody knows I got this big fanboy crush on Bob or whatever. But I learned it from him, and I tweaked it to apply it in my industry. But I would basically ask the question, I meet a lot of people in what I'm doing. What is it that I need to know? What do I need to be asking these people in order to find out if they would be a good referral for me to send your way? And then just listen and make your notes.
But you're doing that, and you're making the connections. Mm-hmm. And you always complain that you have a bad memory, but you're doing that better than me. I have to use the send out card system because I need a database because it's just too many for me to remember. And I have to go back and look, and I try to remember. So anyway, what I want to tell you some of the things is because I add to the list all the time. I've got about almost 10,000 people in there. Mm-hmm. And I wanted to read some of who they were. This is just from the birthdays this month, because I want people to realize that these kind of people are the ones that you save. Mm-hmm. And you just don't know. I've had people that I dealt with many years ago suddenly send somebody my way for work, or suddenly open a door for me that I needed out of the blue. And that's why I have to have a system, though. But I can't. But you're the system man. That's why I'm surprised you don't do something like this. But you're more effective than I am.
I don't know that I am more effective than you. I'm effective, but I don't know if I'm more effective than you. I wish I had 10,000 people on my email list right now, and I don't. And it's because I haven't focused on doing that as often as you have. If I had put the same effort that you have over the last 10, 15 years, whatever long you've been doing that, if I had put that same effort into my own email list, it would be a better thing, because then every time we got something new coming out, you could let people know. If you want to recommend that they all check out something, not even your stuff, just that you feel like will be helpful to them. You've got a big list to send that out to, and it's much, it'd be more effective with 10 or 15,000 people on the list. So.
But let me just give you a couple examples on here. I'm going to use this information for another post too. But
sure.
For example, the first one is an Avon rep I met in the UK when I spoke at their conference. That was a good 6-7 years ago, at least. And you know what's funny is not her, but on my Facebook feed, I just ran across, it didn't tag me because she misspelled my name, I think it was, but our book. And what it was one of the leaders that I met over in the UK, one of the Avon leaders, gave our book to one of her leaders as a gift and was talking about, I met Lisa when she was over here, and she didn't know that I was going to see the post because she didn't tag me in it.
Right.
And I saw it because of the book. But I mean, all of these things matter.
They do.
And that lady's gotten a birthday card from me ever since I met her over there, is why I think that she remembers, and when I come out with something like a book. Right.
Yeah, you never stop building that relationship, never stop building that network. And it doesn't be focused on selling something all the time. It's about keeping a relationship. People want to do business with, refer business to. They want to see people succeed that they know, they like, and they trust.
Yeah.
And so if they know you,
I don't stop to think, is this going to be somebody that at some point will buy from me or sign up with me or benefit me in any way? I don't do that. I'm just adding them. So do you mind if I just tell you a couple other?
Keep going.
Okay. So
I'll try to stop interrupting you so much.
No, you're the one that has the different information that a lot of these people know me already. They know I'm doing this. So you're the one that has a different play on it. So your information is more important than mine. But some of the examples, this month's birthday is, one of the people is the daughter of one of our previous selectmen in town. And it doesn't seem like I'd have that, but I do because I knew him pretty well. And then when the daughter had a birthday, I went to the birthday party or something, and it all went in the database, and she's gotten cards all this time, and now she's in college.
Yep.
Right. And then let's see, one of the men that works where my mother is at the Villager, a lady that sold Avon prior to Avon exiting from Australia. They don't sell there anymore. A lady that worked as a virtual assistant for the DSWA.
Oh.
Probably 10 years ago. One of the top Tupperware dealers that I met when I did a video shoot out in Colorado a dozen years ago. But they're all stuff like that. And then there was like a Uber driver that I met in Florida. I mean, all of these, they're just so random different things. But if they cross my path, the lady that used to manage the Curves franchise I owned, it's just all of these people. My life is different because they were in my circle somehow, some way, even if it was for a little bit of time. So I want to keep that circle with them in it. Right. And I do, by the way, I do get lots and lots back. Mm-hmm. I get lots of cards back that they moved after a while or whatever, but sometimes people find me again. Yeah. That's why I like, I've worked hard over time to make sure that if you Google my name, you get me. Mm-hmm. And that's why, because sometimes we get disconnected and then sometimes they find me again.
Yep.
So
see, I think what you're doing there is tremendous. And I can't think of a better way to keep in touch with people than the send out cards thing.
No,
I really can't. That's, it's systemized, it's effective. And so any of you that are out there that you're not doing the send out cards thing, get with Lisa, get with Peg, do something to because that's it's a reasonably priced thing and it's an amazing thing. I get cards from a lot of people now.
Yeah, you can do it at night. It's not a call thing where people are trying to avoid you. You know what I mean? We haven't had anybody yet say, keep your greeting card. Do not send me that greeting card. People
Well,
like
the other thing too, I teach the concept of fusion points, and it's that fusion points are when you combine a positive emotional experience with the logic of what you're trying to get done. And when you put those two things together, people naturally want to move forward to the next step with you. That's the way we're wired as human beings in our brain. That's the way the psychology of the brain works. It's all strong. And I'll promise you that people that get 2 or 3 or 4 cards from you, if you did want to call them about something, you could, and then take your call. And it's because they have a positive emotional experience with you. And so when you present something about a logic of a business proposition or whatever, they're going to appreciate that.
Well, with the endorsements, I think that was the case. Just about every single one of I think I got 15. We both did, but not that we're competitive in any way.
Not on that.
You're not, I am. Okay, so, but there was only one out of all of those that I didn't have a prior relationship with that I got. And just about every single one of them, I didn't even finish asking the question. They just said, "What do you need?"
Yep.
And it makes a difference, I think.
It sure does.
Yeah.
Our mutual friend, Grant Muller, is coming out with his new book. I read it this last week, actually, and gave him an endorsement on it. But his concept of
I turned my endorsement into.
There you go. There you go.
Great mentor. Oh, great one.
I'm proud of it if you're doing the paperwork. Right. But his concept basically is don't just be top of mind, be top of heart. And when you connect with people in a way that gives them a positive emotional response to what you're doing, you won't just be top of mind, you'll be top of heart. They won't just want to do business with someone and they thought of you. They'll want to do business with you because of how they feel about that. And that's what you want to do.
As soon as Grant's book's ready, we should put the link in the group too, because that was it was intense because his story's intense, right. But that is wicked good information as far as just what you said. Yeah. Because it doesn't, I thought that was a natural thing, but you've made me see that's not, that people have to be taught, some people have to be taught that.
Well, the tendency is in the corporate world especially, to think, well, if we just put this training program together and it works and it's logical and all that, everything will be just fine. That's why companies spend millions and millions of dollars on training in the insurance industry and in other industries, and their people turnover at 90%. It's because it's not enough. You have to combine the emotion with the logic. You have to teach them a sales process that combines that emotion with logic. And then you have to treat and work with your people in ways that combines emotion and logic. That's why I still have friends. I haven't worked with Aflac now in 9+ years. And I still have people that worked with me that I don't see hardly at all that still send me notes and things. And it's just because it makes a difference to people. When you quit worrying about you and you start focusing on what can I do for this person, if that's really your heart, it takes care of everything.
And the relationship, not what you're getting or what you think you'll get later, or just take return on investment out of your thing when it comes to the relationships. Because I think everybody has some ulterior motive. Because people ask me that all the time, and then I'll stop because we're over. People ask me that all the time. Why am I sending a card to this person or that person? Because they said, I bet they'll never buy from you. And I'm like, well, I'm sending it because they had a birthday. I'm not sending it because I thought they'd buy from me. And you honestly don't know who they know, and it doesn't matter. They had a birthday. I do what I would like to have done for me. So
very, very true. A couple of announcements as we kind of wrap it up, because I know we're going over. We apologize for going over. Those of you that need to be out of here in 30 minutes. First off, thank you to the new reviews on Amazon. We have 50-something ratings and 30 upper 30s as far as actual written out reviews. We thank you so much. Thank you for all the posting on social media. I just saw one the other day. EJ Baker had sent one out on her own stuff about the books, and so that was good. And we're so appreciative of that. If you have
the challenge.
Oh, I'll let you do that part.
Okay. Now?
Yeah. Now's a good time. Now's always a good time.
Sorry, I interrupted you. Okay, so when I was, where was
coffee?
that book fair thing, which was awesome. But there were all these authors in that room, and one of them, and it's not like I wrote down her name and I'm going to call her and tell her what happened, but right, she just said, no one's. She was kind of like dismissing me at hand because she just was. And she kind of insinuated that unless we had 100 reviews, everyone would just dismiss me out of hand like that. And I just want to have that challenge to get the 100 reviews so I can go, no, no, that's not. No, I mean, I guess the book is so important to us. I don't want to include you in that, but I'm pretty sure you mean it too.
Sure.
Is that I don't want there to be an excuse for people to dismiss us. I want us to be taken seriously because we take it seriously. So if that's what people look for, I want that to be something that we shoot for. So I really want to keep going with that campaign to get over the 100. I realize that's not the end all be all is 100, but at least it will have some momentum going to get even more than that if we shoot for the 100.
Sure. And we've got a lot of people in the group that have read the book. If you haven't read it, please go get it, read it, but also post a review. It means the world in the life of a book. It especially means the world in the heart of Lisa, and it means the world in the heart of me. I just have to deal with the person she dealt with. So,
why do I let people bother me like that? Right.
That's a green room topic right there.
Well, though, even some of the biggest breakthroughs I've had, though, in my career and my life were because I let somebody get under my skin, and then it changed me for the better. So I'm not going to say that I'm mad she said it, right? Because she kind of spurred me to pay more attention to.
She tripped your "I'll show you" switch.
Right, that's it. I have one of those too. I'll show you switch. That's true. So I guess I should be thanking her. I'll send her a thank you card with the announcement that we made it.
It's all good. We'll what you need to do is send her a picture when we get that award in New York.
Oh, yeah.
I'm sorry, that was tacky.
Oh, yeah, we both have our wristbands on today. Yay.
One more thing, April 6th, mark your calendars. That's when John David Mann and Anna Gabriel Mann plan to be with us. We actually are thinking about having more guests too. We love interacting with you guys. We want to make sure it's always something you want to attend. And so we may actually add some guests in there just in case Lisa and I may not be quite entertaining enough at times. Anyway,
you're so entertaining that can't happen.
We were before the show. We were talking about something, and Lisa said, "Well, there's more than one way to skin a cat." And I said, "No, there's more than one way to skin a squirrel."
Oh! I've been dying for the. Conway. Okay, we're done.
Barely a step above a rat.
Oh, how could you say that? Well, listen, go finish your coffee, sir. We're gonna put the announcement in the group so everybody can enjoy it with us. But we're excited to share the details.
We will wait to put that announcement in once we've been told we have permission, because it's a press release situation. So this is the announcement verbally, and then I even called today and said I want to announce it on the show tonight that we have, and I never got a call back. So.
Jeff's more concerned about getting in trouble. Me,
I don't want them to yank our award away.
I'm so used to being in trouble. I didn't even think about it.
There's a pattern I see here.
Okay.
Right, thank you, guys. We love you all. We will see you next Thursday.
Thank you, everybody. Love you. Bye.